I run a group for actors on Facebook. One of the actors in the group, her name is Bryn, she wrote to me and she said that she recently had an experience. She got cast in a show and she talked to the director later on, and the director told her that she was one of the only actors who auditioned for the show who actually took the time to target her monologue. And so I thought I would talk to you about targeting your monologue after the bump. Welcome, my name is Doug Fahl. I am your augmented actor, helping you augment your acting career with tips, tactics, and tech. If you like what you see here today, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out, and it will help you out too, I hope. A lot of casting directors don't use monologues, don't require monologues anymore, especially if you're in the film or commercial industry. They just want you to read the copy usually. If you're in theater, however, people might want to see a monologue, and the reason they ask for a monologue is maybe they don't have a script yet, maybe it's a season general, maybe they're auditioning long before they get the scripts licensed to them. The monologue is a very important tool for determining what you bring to the table as an actor. And it also shows how you direct yourself, how you create a character and put something together to demonstrate your abilities as an actor. So what does targeting mean? What you really want to do when you decide on a monologue for a show is to cater that monologue as best you can to the show that you are auditioning for, or the season that you are auditioning for. When you're called back for a specific role at a specific show, this is particularly important. You should choose a monologue that fits the character or the role or the style of the show. If the show is set in England, you want to have a monologue that has a British dialect, perhaps. If your character is a female in her 50s and a mom, you want to pick a monologue that resembles that character in some way, or comes from that time period, or has the tone of the piece. The more that you can plant that image of that character in the director's mind when they watch your monologue, the better your chances of getting considered for that role, getting cast in that role. If you're auditioning for a general season, like a whole season of shows for a theater, you may be asked to do a monologue or two contrasting monologues or something like that. In that case, you want to target your monologue toward one particular or two particular shows or roles that you really want to play. That is a way to help plant a seed in the casting director's mind early on in the process to remind them to call you in. And then later on, after the audition, you want to follow up with the casting director and just mention that you're interested in these particular roles and shows. And if you've done your job right and picked the right monologue and performed it well, the casting director will remember you and will agree, like with your assessment, that yeah, you are right for that role, and they're more likely to call you back for that particular show. If you're one of those actors that you just maybe have one monologue that you do everywhere, then you're probably going to struggle with this idea of targeting. And that's kind of fine in most cases, but if you really want a role, take the extra step to learn a new monologue. Take the time to target your monologues just like you would take the time to target a song for a musical theater audition, and you'll be one step ahead of the rest of the actors auditioning. And you might even land some dream roles that people might not see you in otherwise. First thing, read the script, study the show, know the role that you're auditioning for. If the script is available, definitely try to get a copy of it and read it. If not, do research. Go to Wikipedia, look at other YouTube videos of previous productions. If it's a new show, find out more about the production team and the writers and see if they've done any previous works. Anything that you can use as a resource will be helpful in targeting your monologue. Also, by doing that, you're showing a lot of initiative that other actors don't take. You're researching the role you really want, and that's going to put you a step ahead of all the other actors that are auditioning. In your off time between acting gigs, you should be challenging yourself to learn new pieces. Keep a book of monologues and practice them. If you've ever had a monologue or two in a role that you've done, you should copy those and put them in your book. If you get sides at auditions that have monologues in them that work for you, copy those and put them in your book. Just have a record of it. Then, when you need to target a monologue, you have a whole resource of previous monologues that you've already done and learned that you can quickly get back up to speed. Another tactic is to find monologues that are more generic in nature. Perhaps they could be done in a variety of different ways. I have one go-to monologue. The character is kind of generic and it could be done with a New York accent or a British accent or no accent at all. I could make the character mean or happy or a nerd or a criminal or whatever. And so you can put that targeted character onto that monologue. So those monologues are a little more difficult to find, something that works for you. You might want to get a comic one and a dramatic one, but pick one that you can adjust. Now just be careful that you don't pick one from a very well-known show because people will expect it to be performed a specific way. If you pick a monologue from Wicked, for instance, they're gonna expect you to do it like a wicked witch, right? Okay, so so pick a monologue that's a little more generic or maybe hasn't been done a lot or people don't know what the source is. And if you're one of those actors that has trouble memorizing monologues quickly, I have a solution for you. I have a book, a free book. It's 40 pages on how to memorize virtually anything. It has a lot of helpful advice for memorizing scripts. You can get that absolutely free. All you gotta do is give me your email address and sign up for the Augmented Actor email list, and the book is yours for free. You might have noticed that I was wearing an Augmented Actor t-shirt. I just got mine in the mail, and you can get yours by visiting the Augmented Actor website. Just click on the merch tab. We have t-shirts and hoodies and other kinds of merch in a variety of styles, colors, and sizes, so get yours today. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button or leave me a comment. It really, really helps me out. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'd love to have you here on a regular basis. There's some videos on your screen right now that are similar in nature to this one, and I'd love for you to take a look at those as well. We will see you again next time.